Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for October the 7th. I'm going to be pulling one card for overall energy, followed by one card for each sign, and then we'll look at how those two energies combine and see what shows up for everybody for the day. If you know your sun sign, you can use that to get a little bit of information. If you also know your ascendant, you can use your houses to get some information about all kinds of different things going on during your day. All right, overall energy shows up as, what do we have? The Two of Swords. So this is making a decision. Trying to get it out of the glare. Okay, so this is making a decision today. And this is not a decision like, what are we having for supper? I know that can be a hard decision sometimes. But this is a decision more along the lines of something that's going to be impacting life a little longer than that, usually at least a week or two, sometimes much longer than that. All right, so let's see what kind of decisions we're making today, y'all. All right, Aries, what do we have? What do we have? Is this a 4 or a 6? It's a 4. Okay, so Aries, 4 of coins showing up in reverse for you guys. This is, I think that you're making a decision to pour out some energy or some effort, maybe even some finances into a situation. This could be an unexpected situation, or it could be one that you knew you were going to be pouring energy or effort out at some point, and you just had to decide, oh, well, now's the time to do that. Or maybe you're deciding today that, yes, I'm going to do that. Maybe you didn't see it coming, but making a decision about pouring out energy and effort and possibly even finances. Next up, we're looking at Taurus. Okay, so Taurus, 8 of Pentacles showing up in reverse. This is just telling me that you're making a decision about work and about what you're not going to do whenever it comes to work. So some of you could be deciding, you know what, I'm just not going to work today, but I feel like others of you are deciding, you know, I want my work to look like this or to involve this. And part of that is that you know what you don't want work to look like or to feel like or to be like. And so today you're really making some decisions about what you're going to do as work and what you're not. Okay, that's pretty big. Next up, Geminis. So we've got the Knight of Coins showing up in reverse. With the overall being the Two of Swords, I think you're making a decision today that you're going to do something that you know is going to throw off your budget. Usually when we do this, we have in mind, well, I will fix that later. I don't know if you have a plan for later or not, but definitely this is a conscious decision that you're making to blow your budget with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So it may be that you have something comes up, maybe your water heater goes out, or you have a tire that needs to be fixed, or you know something like that may come up, and you may decide, okay, I have to do this right now, so I'll fix the budget later. That could be happening. There could be something else going on. Maybe you're not doing. Maybe you're making a decision about not doing something that would bring in some money for you. Maybe you're deciding that, you know, morally or ethically, that is not something that you can do. And so you're making this decision knowing that it is going to impact the budget. That could be, you know, something along those scenarios could be happening too. So making some type of decision that impacts your budget in a way that has you tightening up the belt at least for temporarily until you can figure out, you know, how you're going to recover from this. All right, so let's see, that was Gemini's. Next up, we're looking at Cancers. All right, so Cancers, death card showing up here. You're making a decision to make a major change in your life. You're looking at things differently. You want some different outcomes. You're recognizing that to get those different outcomes, you're going to have to do some things differently. So this is really, you're having a change. I think you've had a change of mindset and of priorities, and now you're making a decision to make some really tangible changes in your life. Okay? More strength to you, Cancers. Next up, let's look at Leo. Sun card coming up in reverse. Leos, it looks to me like you're making a decision today to prioritize spending some quality time with people that, with some people in your life. So you're prioritizing doing things together with others that are going to create good memories, or at least hopefully good memories. But that's what you're deciding you want to focus on today. All right, so that was Leo. Next up, we're looking at Virgo. Virgo, you guys are making some type of decision about home or about family. You may be deciding that you want to have, you want to host or hostess a um, baby shower. That's the phrase I was looking for. Or you may be making some type of decision about a venue for a wedding reception if you're involved in a wedding, or even for the wedding itself if you're involved in planning a wedding. But there is some kind of decision that has to do with home or has to do with family. Um, I really feel like it has to do with location, whether it's home or not, or something to do with family. And I feel like this decision is around something that's happy, if not a celebration, something that still makes you feel good, maybe upgrading a home or some kind of decision around bringing home a new baby or something that makes you feel happy, having to do with home or family you're making a decision around today. Okay, very nice, Virgos. Look at you. Next up, we're looking at Libra. What do we have here? Ace of Wands with that Two of Swords. So Libras, you've got some kind of idea that you're feeling pretty good about. You're feeling enthusiastic. You're kind of chomping at the bit to be able to move forward with it. And with this Two of Swords, I think you're making a decision. I am not going to let this idea just fade away and disappear into the sea of forgetfulness. I'm going to move forward with it. So that decision is being made today about your enthusiastic idea. All right, next up, let's look at Scorpio. Scorpio, world card showing up here. And Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, so we're making some kind of decision. This is for my fellow Scorpios and I. We're making some type of decision today about some type of goal or target that we intend to reach, complete, and finish. Okay, so this can be deciding, you know what, I'm going to get my certificate to be a vet tech, or I am going to get a certificate to be a medic, or I am going to upgrade my home or whatever. There's some kind of goal or target here that we are making a decision to move towards today. And this goal or target is something that makes us personally very happy, satisfied, fulfilled with that world card. It's something that we want to do. It seems like the ideal. We have decided on what the ideal situation is for us, and we are moving towards completing that and bringing that ideal situation into manifestation. Okay? I know other readers would read that a little bit of a different way. That is not the impression that I'm getting. So I'm going to go with the impression that I'm getting because I read very much psychically. All right, next up we're looking at Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius, you guys have the Page of Wands. I want it to be the Page of Earth with that bull there, but I guess it's not. All right. Page of Wands. Sagittarius, I think you're making some type of decision um, about moving forward with something where you've been looking at other people's ideas about how to move forward with something and you're giving somebody the go-ahead. So an example of that is, say you want to expand your patio in your backyard. It's kind of out of season for that, but just as an example, say you want to expand the patio in the backyard and you've been getting contractors to come in and give you estimates and to give you ideas about what they could do to make that happen and how that would look when they're done. The Page of Wands would be like saying to one of those contractors, you know what, I really like your ideas, let's do that. All right. So I think with this overall energy, you're making a decision to give somebody the go-ahead for their creative idea. You're ready to say, okay, let's do this. I'm all for this. Okay, so that's what I see coming up for you, that you're making a decision to move forward with something in a very particular direction, and giving somebody who is going to actually do that legwork, or at least do part of that legwork, if not all of it, the go ahead for that. All right, next up we're looking at, and you're just making the decision today. You could actually contact them today, but as far as the cards are showing, definitely making the decision. All right, so I just want to be clear. I'm not saying that you're necessarily talking to them today. You're making the decision that you're going to. Okay. Now, some of you will be talking to them as well, but that's a little bit beyond where these cards end up. All right, just so we're clear on what the cards are actually showing me here. Now, let's look at Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorns. Two of Swords with a Five of Wands in reverse, or not in reverse, right side up. Those seem to be kind of contradictory energies to me at first glance, I'm going to tell you. Two of Swords is about making a decision, a very clear choice, very conscious choice. Five of Wands to me is kind of scattered energy. It's not really making a decision. It's putting out fires. It's being distracted. What is happening here? Why would you choose to be distracted? Why would you choose to scatter your energy? Hmm. 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 That's interesting. First of all, yes, you do have a lot going on, and you've got a lot of progress that you want to make in a lot of different areas. But I also feel like by scattering your energy like this allows you to sort of cover up whatever your priority is from someone that you don't really want to know what you're moving forward to, what your biggest project is moving forward to. It looks to me like you feel like by doing multiple different things, you can make more progress on that without people realizing that you are, until you're basically at a point of no return, no matter what they think or no matter what they say. And so that's why you're making this decision here. It's almost like it's a cover-up of where you are trying to focus. Might be a little costly way to cover up, because how much time are you going to have for what you really want to focus on? But, you do what you got to do there. I'm sure you know what's up. Next up, let's look at Aquarius. So Aquarius, you have the Judgment card showing up in reverse. Judgment card looks very similar to the World card to me. At least it does in this deck. All right, so Aquarius. This is really telling me with that Two of Swords and the overall and the Judgment card coming up in reverse in your personal, well, in your signs card, that you do have an opportunity to put your energy and efforts back into something that you used to put energy and effort into in the past. Okay? That opportunity has been presented to you. However, I think that I don't even know how much thought you have to put in it. I don't think all of you are having to really think this through, but some of you will have to think this through. What you're ending up deciding here is that whatever that is from the past that you have the opportunity to put energy and effort into again, you're deciding, you know what, I've got other things going on in my life these days. This is not really where I want to put energy and effort anymore. So you are passing on that opportunity and letting it go by you. And for very good reason. All right, so next up, let's look at Pisces. Eight of Swords showing up in reverse for Pisces, with the Two of Swords coming up in the overall. Pisces, this is really an interesting thing, and I like to see it. So with the Two of Swords, you're making a decision about things you want to do moving forward. This is something that lasts more than 20 minutes. It's a decision that's in effect for a little while. With the Eight of Swords coming up in reverse, this talks about having had a position of overthinking things to the point that it was paralyzing you. And this talks about the idea of breaking free from that thought paralysis, basically, and allowing yourself to see things from a more objective perspective so that you can move forward and know how to move forward with that situation. Now, why I think this is interesting is because a lot of times this happens, this breakaway from analysis paralysis either happens or it doesn't happen. A lot of times we don't make a conscious effort about if we're going to be in analysis paralysis or not. Here we see you making this conscious decision. I am not going to stay in analysis paralysis. I am stepping out of that to take some action. Okay? So that's what's kind of amazing about that. Like really, that's some amazing self-work, Pisces. Congratulations to you. So that's what I've got for you guys today. Everyone remember, you guys are my sponsors. I don't have other people on here that are sponsoring me. It's all you. So if you don't mind, put a thumbs up on this video, share it with others, put feedback down below for me. I always love to read through that anyway. Plus, it helps the channel. So thank you very much, guys. Everybody have a fantastic day. Peace out.